I'm Edwin Chow, a Group Chief Operating Officer of CellResearch Corporation, group of companies. CellResearch started back in 2002. It's a local Singapore-based biotech company, and it focuses on stem cells as well as our new product, which is extremely exciting, Calicin, and I think that falls into the field of cosmeceuticals, and we do believe that we are taking that by storm. Stem cells are the new medicine, and this is something which many people are moving towards. However, one of the greatest challenges has always been regulations, maybe because people are unsure about it and there's just too much science behind it. Because there's just too much knowledge behind it, and one of the greatest challenge is when there's too much of that, people are unsure about it, and therefore you get scared of it. So with more of such initiatives, people tend to be to want to be over safe or extremely cautious.
Would you say then that regulation is perhaps trailing the research and the development of stem cell research or research in general?
Yes, I would say that. Many governments, I think many industries are putting a lot of funding into it. However, like you mentioned, yes, I believe that regulations are trailing behind what the science as well as what is expected of the stem cell industry.
So presuming that stems or the industry will continue to move at pace, what areas do governments need to get into to sort of narrow the gap?
I would say importantly is one of the biggest challenges is for the governments as well as the industry and regulators to essentially understand that this is the new science. This is something which they should not be afraid of, and it's something that everyone has to work together so that we can bring the common medicine to the man on the street.
So what are you doing for the future in terms of your area of research?
Okay, one of the best advantages for us is that under CellResearch, because we own the global patents for the cord lining stem cells, that essentially gives us a good opportunity to work strongly on it because we know our technology best. But moving forward on that, I think one of the things that we need to do is to really get a lot of doctors on this great source of stem cells. And as a company, I think one of the important things that we have considered is that we are working on the initial, much easier applications, for example, like wounds. Not saying that wounds, it's an easy clinical application to solve. However, when we are looking at it from a topical perspective, that's a lot more easier to understand than if we were to talk about drugs which are going into the body itself. So as a company, I think we are focusing on these low-hanging fruits first, while embarking on more challenging clinical applications such as the diabetes, Parkinson's, and any other more difficult applications.